Hey, Iostix here. I am a professional FPS coach and former professional coach for Overwatch League organizations like the New York Excelsior and the Boston Uprising, with now more than 5 years of professional coaching experience under my belt, running the biggest private coaching business over at iostix.com and helping out players for free over on my Discord's Ask Stux Anything channel. So what do you think are like the issues with your Reinhardt?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Well, let's take a look and see what we can find.
Yeah, here I was really stupid because I should have watched about the sim. Yeah, I know it's a mistake.
Well, yeah, so see, this is like an example of why playing ranked is good, even if you play in a team, you know, because random stuff like this happens.
I've been stupid like this. Yeah.
Okay, so there's
and
multiple...
I was like, okay, it's lost. Go B.
Okay, so there's like multiple things. First of all, right here at the start, like you waste a lot of shield for nothing, you know. Like right now you're blocking a lot of non-lethal damage, you know, like this damage is just poke damage, you know.
Yeah.
So you want to hold your shield a little bit longer just so you can, once the enemy Ryan is actually at the choke, you have your shield to like trade with him, you know, because this way right now, like your shield, let's say the enemy team didn't have a Symmetra teleporter, right? You have like 1100 something, the enemy Ryan has a like 1-4, right? And you guys haven't even traded with each other. So the enemy Ryan is already going to have an advantage. Okay. So it's like shield management is one of those skills that's very, very important in solo queue. You only want to use your shield if it's like 100% necessary. Okay. One good way to think about it, like this is a difference between scrim and ranked. In scrims, you shield for your team. Like you shield so that your team is enabled. In solo queue, you don't care like about your team. You don't block your team.
I'm thinking like that. Like the shield is only for me to create.
Yeah, exactly. It's like your own resource, because the way you need to think about it is that your shield is like a safety net. It allows you to play aggressive, because if you play aggressive, you can always just shield and then go away. But if you don't have your shield, you can't go aggressive because you're just going to die. Okay, so you need to be...
First, I'm using my shield because I want to see where they are, what they're doing, what comms they have.
Yeah, but you don't need your shield. You can tank the damage.
But Anna have sleep, so
it doesn't matter. So you're a tank.
Okay.
Even if she nades and she sleeps you, like they're not going to kill you. Like a little bit. Yes. Like you don't need to play that what do you call it, like that scared. If you want to play super safe, you can use your shield, but then you don't stand in front of the choke. You can shield like to the right into the wall and then look around the corner, like turn your camera. That's something you can do. Okay, but you don't have to worry. Like if you want to see the enemy team comp, like you can stand further back as well. Like you can chill here, you can go for fire strikes, etc. Okay, but don't give like so much respect to the enemy team. Okay, even if she sleeps you, like it's okay. You know, like they're not that, like this is low masters. You know, no offense, but like these people aren't that good. You know. But yeah, you want to use the shield basically just for the Rhine matchup. Obviously, right here, like you need to hear the Symmetra teleporter and try to go for a pin or something.
But I think that was the first game of the day as well, so maybe I was not really focused. But
it's okay.
I've been stupid. Yeah.
This again, like this is one of those things that like with playtime you get better at. Like you recognize those sounds more. So after they teleport to point, why do you go and charge in like this?
It was over for me, so I've been like, okay, let's try to get at least a peak, and maybe we can do something. I don't know.
But
then I have a charge for second point if I pin someone.
But why give up the point? It's still 6v6.
I don't think it's winnable with our comp.
Why is it not winnable?
They have better frontline, so I can't really deal with.
This is solo queue. Why are you thinking about this like a scrim? They have a better frontline, like theoretically, yes, they have Ryan Zarya, but how do you like know that they're actually going to play good? you know. Like in solo queue, a big skill is like knowing that the enemies are going to make mistakes, you know. Like if you play against, like if this was a contenders team you play against, like of course they're going to play this perfectly, you know, like they're going to bubble and they're going to play safe and they're going to like look for opportunities, you know. But like this is solo queue, you know. People are like, they make a lot of mistakes, okay. So right here, like you don't give up the fight. Like, okay, they teleported onto point, that's okay. Like maybe your Ana lands asleep, maybe your Hanzo headshots the soldier, maybe your Roadhog lands a hook, you know. Like there's so much stuff that can still happen. Like it's very, very early to give up on the fight. If like maybe one or two of your teammates are dead, then you can go for a high risk play like this. But you can't just say, oh, they teleported onto point, guess the game is over, you know, I'm just going to suicide. It's too early, you know. Okay. Because yeah, basically now, like the problem is that, I mean, you're dead, so team fight is like, when the main thing dies, team fight is basically over, you know. And because you died so quickly, this is what allows them to snowball. Because if they manage to capture this point very quickly, then you guys, like your team, is not going to get a lot of ult charge, okay? You are playing with the clock. So that means that there's a difference between them taking the point very quickly and them taking the point very slowly, you know? So if it takes them like 10 seconds longer to take the point, maybe, like that is already good, because during those 10 seconds, your teammates can farm ult charge, and then on second point, with those ultimates, you can prevent the other team from snowballing, you know? But worst case, now the enemy team can get the point and like kill your entire team, and then they can just go to the next point, and you guys still don't have your ultimates. Does that make sense? Okay, so you dying here, like this is already kind of a pretty big throw, you know? Like you gave them first point for free without like any trades, and your team couldn't get any ultimates. Like you wrote, like your Hanzo has like 39% ult charge max, you know. So yeah, don't like just assume the team fight is lost when it's still even, you know.
I had a question. Do you think I need to use mic and do the call in ranked?
No. When you go higher, like when you are in like 3-8 maybe, you can join voice comms, but like only to listen, like no shot calling or anything.
Okay.
Because in like high masters, people start making like useful calls, you know, like they call when someone is flanking or when they want to use their ultimate or something. But you don't want to shot call yet, because they don't have a lot of experience with shot calling. So if you tell them to do something, they might not know how, you know, or maybe they don't do it. Once you get to 4-2, that's when you can start calling and shot calling. But like down here, like pretend your teammates aren't actual people. Like just pretend you're playing with bots against bots. That's the mindset you need to have in low masters. Okay, so right here again, like you're burning a lot of shield, you know.
Yeah, but I was calling to go together, and we go together and stuff like that. So that's why I ask, and maybe I should not.
No, you don't need to do anything here.
Okay.
Like your Zenyatta got a pick on the enemy Zarya early. They don't have a mercy res, so there's no reason to push in. Again, they are playing against the clock, right? Like time is ticking down for them. If time is ticking down for you, like it's very good. You want to drag these fights as long as possible, you know? If you just kill them, then they can regroup very quickly, you know? You just chill here, like you can like hide behind this corner. You can fire strike to get some ult charge, but you just save your shield. And if they decide to play aggressive, if they push in, then you can use your shield to trade. But right here, there's no reason for you to play aggressive. Okay. Like you're just like the enemy, like you're giving them a lot of ult charge. You're a big, like what do you call it? a big burden for your supports because they need to heal you a lot. They need to heal all of that. Like you have Harmony Orb, Ana heals you, you know, like you bait your team into playing super duper aggressive. This is all very, very risky. You don't need to do this, okay? If you're on attack 2CP, then you want to snowball. Then if your teammates get a pick, you want to play very aggressive, take space, etc. But on defense, you just play it slow. Like the slower the team fights, the longer the team fights, the better. Okay, you don't want super fast team fights.
I was scared about the TP, yeah, because I took if they come back fast and
don't worry too much. Like you're worrying about like I think what you're like almost overcoached, you know. Like I feel like you like have learned about a lot of like high level concepts and like scrim concepts, and but you don't understand them like fundamentally enough to see that in solo queue those concepts are useless, you know. Like that's in solo queue, like as dumb as it sounds, you need to play a bit more stupid, like a bit more simple, you know?
And this is a thing I don't get, like I feel like you have to play random.
Basically, like Reinhardt 101 in ranked is like you want to have good shield management, right? So you want to, like in a Rein versus Rein, you never want your shield to break first. If your shield breaks first, that's bad.
I got that.
Okay, you want to just hit fire strikes on cooldown. You want to get your ultimate really fast, and then you just want to win fights with Shatter. And then on like a macro level, you just need to understand things like spawn advantage, ult economy, like basic momentum, you know, like if you should push in after a pick or something, you know, that kind of stuff. But like advanced stuff, like team comp based stuff, like frontline synergy, backline synergy, like matchup specific stuff, like that's more advanced. And in solo queue, it's not a big priority because the enemy team doesn't take advantage of that either. And it's difficult for you to take advantage of those advanced concepts because your teammates would need to know about it, you know? If you duo queue, okay, let's say you duo queue with a Zarya, then you can like play around bubbles aggressively, for example, like with some synergy. But if you have like a random Zarya, like you basically, your playstyle doesn't change. Like it doesn't matter if you have a Zarya or a Sigma or a Roadhog, because you would never play around her bubbles. Like there's no guarantee that she's going to bubble you at the right time. So if you go in and you expect her to bubble you, but then like she doesn't bubble you because someone else like got low HP and she needed to save them, and then she didn't call that she doesn't have bubble, and it just turns into a huge mess. You basically want to play as independent as possible. You don't want to rely on anyone. The only thing you want to rely on is that the enemy team is bad, and if you let them, they're going to make stupid mistakes that you can then punish. You don't even need to be that proactive, you know?
Okay.
See, so same thing here, you know? Right now, no reason for you to hold your shield. Literally right here, I would just hide behind here, just chill. Let them get close, you know? And then when they get close, then you can start swinging around the corner, you can fire strike, you can hold your shield, you can do whatever, you know? But right here, you don't need to do anything, you know? You can just chill. Like, look, the enemy team, they just die on their own, you know? Like, you don't even have to do anything. Also, you're charging a lot. Like, don't charge unless it's like if an enemy is slept, maybe, or like after you land a Shatter or something, you can go for a charge. But in situations like this, it's better to just go in with left click because it's a big commitment to go for a charge. Okay. See, now you can go in, you can clean up. That's all fine. Okay.
I think I heard someone here, but no.
Okay, right now you're like wasting a lot of time. In between team fights, it's good if you reset.
Yeah, I should have go top.
Yeah, just go top. Because now if they go in and then they go top, like it takes you 10 years, you know?
Yeah, I should. I would be late. But yeah, I was calling a lot and telling them to do this or that, and I think that's why I made
Don't do
mistake.
that. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, it just distracts you from your own gameplay. You know.
Okay, okay.
Nice fire strike. Okay, Hanzo ulted. Like the game basically plays itself here. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. See, like you don't even need to play aggressive here. Like you can just chill.
But yeah, I saw like yeah, there's three, so we can delay them, and they will be back together later, and it's easy kill if we go together. So
The problem is it's a risk. Again,
yeah.
in scrims, yes, in scrims you want to push here because you know your entire team is going to push with you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no guarantee. Like, what if these people don't push? Like, look, the Hanzo isn't even with you. You know.
Yeah.
What happens if these people don't push in with you? Then you give them an opportunity to maybe kill you. You know, and by the time you're dead, people have respawned. They have like a Symmetra teleporter, so and a Lucio speed boost, so they can come back very, very fast. So this is like a big risk. If you see your teammates going in, like let's go back a little, you know. If you see that your teammates are going in, if you see Ana is pushing in and Zenyatta goes in, then you can follow them. You know, so they don't just die, but you don't need to play proactively here. Like the fight is won. You know, let them just chill. You have a bunch of ultimates, so the more the like, there's no need for you to take any risks. Okay. The less you depend on your teammates playing with you, the more consistently you can climb.
Okay, okay.
Okay. See, so right here, this is an example where now you need to play with your team. So do you see how aggressive your McCree and Rotok are playing?
Yeah, I saw it, and I knew McCree want to use it behind them, so I told them, okay, let's back, let them come, we bait them, and then Kriut, and we pushed.
Yeah, yeah. Again, first of all, like homework, like turn off voice, like don't get baited. Okay.
Yeah.
When you see your team playing this aggressive, you always need to match that aggression, right? So this is like a stupid position. I'm not saying it's good, you know. This is like really forward. But the thing is, if he plays here, you can't leave him alone because then he's just going to die, you know, and then the enemy team can snowball maybe. So if you see him playing this far forward, you need to say, okay, I guess he wants to play aggressive, so you know, you play aggressive with him. You know, because right now, like, your team is very split, you know. This is like kind of a weird situation. Okay, good. Roadhog is coming back at least. Okay. See, like, same thing here. After the McCree gets 2 picks, like, you're always charging.
It was,
like,
was too late, yeah.
You need to, like, I know what you're trying to do. Stop with the charging. Like, it's just too risky. Like, again, only charge if someone is like slept or stunned or something. Because it's more useful here if you just hold up shield and then your teammates can get free ult charge. Okay. So again, right here, look, your teammates are playing very aggressive. If your team is playing aggressive, you play aggressive. If your team is not playing aggressive, you don't play aggressive. Like, you need to be like adaptive to what your teammates are doing. Okay, let's see if your Roadhog is backing.
I told them to back because they had a lot of ult and we want to play on point.
Yeah, but like, see what happens.
Yeah, I saw him alone and knew he would die. So
exactly, that's the problem. If he plays forward, you need to play with him. Okay. It's like 6 people doing a stupid plan is better than 1 person doing a stupid plan.
Yeah,
you know.
He knew this.
And this is like where the analogy from earlier came in, you know. Like, in scrims, playing with him is like useless information because in a scrim, like Roadhog wouldn't do this, you know. But it's just good to know how to deal with situations like this, you know. Okay, so now you have your Shatter. It's Reinhardt versus Rein. This is like
I did
this.
cheat.
This is basically just like a skill matchup. Yeah, see, so this is like that's something that you just get with a lot of playtime. Generally speaking, you don't need to take big risks with your Shatter. You know, like
I played dirty and you decided, yeah.
The enemy Rein, he's not good. He's okay, like he's not bad, but like he's not amazing, you know. So if you have in low elo, so like right here, you can land shatters just off of shield management. Like if your shield management is better than his, then his shield eventually goes down. Like look, you have Hanzo, you have Zen, you have Roadhog. Your team has so much shield break. Okay, they have fucking Lucio, they have Genji, they have no shield break. You know, they have like a little bit of shield break with the soldier. So his shield is going to go down really, really fast. And once his shield is down, then you can land a big shatter. Okay, so this here is just very, very high risk. Okay, and if you're in a scrim, then maybe going for a play like this can be good because the enemies don't expect it. You know?
Yeah.
But this is a low master's Rein. He's not that good. You don't need to do fancy plays. You can just have better shield management. You can wait until he does a stupid fire strike. Maybe you can bait him into ulting first. You know, like if you flash your shield, if you drop it for a second and then you immediately put it back up, 9 out of 10 times, that's enough to get the enemy Rein to fucking shatter. You know? Like, those are ways you can outplay enemy Reins. But like this is like too fancy, like too much going on, too risky.
Yeah.
Okay. And then look, now you're dead.
Yeah, they use ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason to go for high risk plays if you can win safely. You know? Because right there, like the thing is that this is the second team fight, you know, like right here, after they Symmetra TP, you just charge onto point and you die. And then team fight is over, you know. Right here, you just like drop into 4 people, you shatter nothing, and then you die. Like it's too risky. Like maybe 1 in 10 times, this shatter is going to work. And then you're going to be like, oh, look at me, I shattered like 5 people, that was fucking insane. You know, and you have like a clip you can post on Reddit. But that's not how you climb. When you want to climb, especially into a high GM, it's not about big flashy plays. It's about consistency. Like just making sure that every shatter lands as consistently as possible, that your shield management is consistently better, that you land more fire strikes than the other Rein consistently, you know, that you block more shatters consistently. Like that's how you climb into high elo. You know, maybe when you smurf, if you play in like gold or something, you can go for risky plays like that because like it's probably still going to work, you know. But here, you're better than these people. You can just outskill them. You know, you don't need to outsmart them. You don't need to outplay them. You can just be better. You know.
Okay.
Because look, like no offense, but you kind of threw the last team fight, but like it doesn't matter. They still lose. You know?
Yeah. I know. I saw this. Yeah, I knew it.
Mm-hmm. If you let them, they're going to throw for you. No need to do anything super duper fancy. Okay, so here you see your Roadhog wants to play aggressive. Don't go back. You know, see what he wants to do. If he wants to play aggressive, you can go with him.
Okay.
You know, like look what happened.
Yeah.
He's dead, you know? And now it's 5v6. The more aggressive your team plays, the more aggressive you play. Okay. See, right here you need to be careful. Like, look, you're losing a lot of shield.
I knew it, yeah. And I said, okay, you will be pushed. So, watch out. And I was wondering, okay, do I need to go with him or do I don't go? I was
so because he got a pick, you don't need to go with him.
Okay.
Because you have a very big spawn advantage. So even if he dies, he's going to be back very, very soon. So you don't need to risk dying. like dropping down here is like not terrible, you know, but you don't want to play too aggressive. Like you don't want to charge in, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So right here, see, so this is similar to the situation from earlier, but this time it's good that you play aggressive because your tracer is playing aggressive. So now you're not proactively pushing in. You see, oh, my tracer is in, I go and I support her. So right here, pushing in is a good decision. Nice block. Yeah, very good. Just help your team cleaning this up. Okay, now you can just throw like one random fire strike at a corner and then back. Oh, this is aggressive. Go back, go back.
Yeah.
Just let your shield regenerate. Okay, so same thing here. You can see that your like McCree is like in this random position again.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, no, they're not stupid. They will not do it a second time.
Well, I mean, it's solo queue. You know, this is what I mean. Like people do random stuff in solo queue, and that's the test. Like that's the challenge of solo queue. You need to learn, like the fundamentals of the game so fucking good that even if your teammates do random stuff, you always know how to play. You always know how to adapt, you know? So right here, your McCree is over there. Your Roadhog is like over here somewhere. Your team is very, very split, you know? So this is a very difficult situation to play right now.
And then, yeah, I was like,
So in this situation, the best thing you can do right now is you're like down in numbers, your Roadhog is on a flank, you just go back, like you're very close to your ultimate. What you should be thinking about here is just, I need to get my ult as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what I was thinking, so good.
That's good. So just...
I was just care about, the lot of pokes they had.
See, because right here, like it's too slow, you know? Right here, honestly, just fucking charge back, you know? Like you need to get out as quickly as possible.
Okay, even with the hook and the nade on the ship?
Yes. Like otherwise you're dead, you know? Like you need to like see like I'm dead anyway, so I need to try to get out at least.
Okay.
Ideally, like once you saw that your team was split, like Roadhog was to the right, McCree was behind them going for a flank, you already want to anticipate that they'll die. Like when you saw the McCree in that position, you need to have the solo queue experience to say, okay, my McCree is probably going to die. I need to play very safe, you know? So I have enough time to get my ultimate, and so they don't snowball, you know? See, like this, now this is bad. You need 6% for your ultimate. You have a full shield. All you need to do here is, look, you fire strike. Nice, you hit the fire strike, very good. Right here, you just stand here in this corner, you just hold up your shield. Because you have spawn advantage. Like, the longer the team fight goes, the more respawns you'll have compared to the enemy team. Okay, so you stand here, you hold your shield. When you have fire strike, you can fire strike. You just want to make sure you get your ultimate. But like, imagine right here, Roadhog, like, look, he runs into you, he uses ult, bam, like 95% to your ult. You charge, you suicide the charge when you need one fire strike to get your ultimate.
Yeah.
You know, that's like too risky. Like, yes, maybe you can pin the Roadhog and you can kill him, but like it's a 10% chance, you know? Yeah. Let the enemies make mistakes. They're bad. Just chill, see what happens, and then adapt, you know? And in the meantime, you just focus on your fundamentals. Okay, good. So now we've reached the last portion of the session. So we did some talking at the start. Now we got a chance to look at some gameplay. Now we kind of do the summary, and then you can ask any questions that you have left. Okay. Okay. So the main like point is, first of all, playtime. Right. If you want to get to high elo, certain fundamentals are required, like getting a feeling for how your team plays, shield management, blocking shatters, landing shatters. That stuff comes with playtime. Even if ranked is not that fun because it's very chaotic, learning how to succeed in that very chaotic environment is like a very good skill to have, even if scrims later down the line are going to look very different. You know, so instead of saying, oh, this is like solo queue, like this is all like this is just building bad habits, and no one is going to play like this later on. Because it's so random, it means you can't rely on your team comp or on certain strategies or on communication in order to succeed in solo queue. It's just a test of who has the better fundamentals, because if you have the better fundamentals in every game, you're going to have an above 50% win rate. That's like the test, you know? And once your fundamentals are at a point where it doesn't matter what your teammates do, you're always going to have more shield, you're always going to have your shatter earlier, you're always going to land more shatters, etc. If those fundamentals are down, then you're going to climb, and then you're ready to go into a scrim team, and you can focus on communication, team comp, strategy, all of that stuff, you know? And like obviously it's like not as fun like to play solo queue, because it's very random, and you know, it's just a part of the process, you know, and you need to decide for yourself if that's something you want to deal with. You know, if you say, oh, I mean, scrimming looks like fun, but I don't want to deal with solo queue, it's okay. You know, then you need to look for like a different game or something, you know, or you can just scrim in low elo. But if you want to scrim high elo, your fundamentals need to be so good that you just out skill like the enemies here, you know. In terms of raw gameplay, don't consider fights lost until it's like 2v6 or something, you know. Like no matter how behind you are, people always throw, you know. The bigger the advantage is for a team, the more stupid they play. They're like, oh, you know, we got like 2 picks, I can play super aggressive and I can frontline and I can do this and I can 1v1 this person. Like people make mistakes, and then your team can capitalize on that, you know. Maybe they get like a pick or two. Instead of just giving up the team fight and just charging in and dying, you know, just play slow. Maybe you can get your ultimate, and then they overextend, they play careless, and you can land a big shatter, and then you still win the team fight, you know. That's the kind of mindset you need to have to succeed in this like solo queue environment, that if you let them, they're going to do stupid stuff. And with good fundamentals, you're always going to win in like the long run. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do we have any final questions?
The thing annoying is I have another gameplay. Okay, I know when I play monkey and I try to play around my teammate, like I bubbles them and if need, if they're struggling, I jump in and stuff like that. I play around my teammate and I'm still losing, so I don't know. I don't know if I have to play around them or not. I shouldn't. Yeah, you told me. Okay.
That's so today we focused on Ryan. The problem is that like I can't give you good feedback on Winston without seeing your Winston gameplay. You know, so that's something that like maybe for a future session or something. But for now, let's just focus on Ryan.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I don't think I have. So I will try to just play without mic and play only on myself.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay,
perfect. Then I'm going to quickly bombard you with marketing. Haha, capitalism. Very quick. So there's a referral program. It's very simple. If someone gets a session because of your recommendation, you get sessions for free, so you don't need to pay for them. So I used to have like a follow-up discount, but it was kind of confusing for a lot of people, so it doesn't exist anymore. So if you want to have any more sessions in the future, you can just go to this link and get them, and then we can go over like Winston or something. Generally speaking, what I recommend for follow-up sessions is if it's on the same character as before. Like if you wanted to get a session on Reinhardt, you only need like 30 minutes, you know, like getting more is kind of overkill. If you want to talk about a new character, so if you want to have a session for Winston, for example, it's usually better if it's 60 minutes. So we have more time to kind of introduce the character and talk about like the fundamentals and then go over the gameplay. But even if you don't get a follow-up session, as I mentioned at the start, my DMs are open. So you can just send me questions. You can also send me one team fight replay code. So if you play a game and you want me to look at a specific team fight, you can just send me the replay code, send me at what time the team fight is,
Yeah.
and then I can take a look.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm very hungry, so I'm going to get some food, and I wish you a wonderful evening.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good
Okay,
meal.
have a good one. See ya.